We've been taught to fear loneliness, to see it as evidence that something has gone wrong, a failure of personality, a flaw in our worth, a social punishment. But what if loneliness is not an exile, but an invitation? The myth says, if I feel lonely, it means I am unlovable. But the deeper truth is, loneliness arises when a part of us longs to be reclaimed, not necessarily by others, but by ourselves. Philosopher Paul Tillich wrote, "Loneliness expresses the pain of being alone. Solitude expresses the glory of being alone." In the space between those two lies the transformative path, from isolation to intimacy, from disconnect to deep self-witnessing. Loneliness is a threshold, and we do not cross it by running from it. We cross it by walking through it, eyes open. Close your eyes if you feel safe to do so. Take a slow, gentle breath in. Let it fall away. Now imagine this. You stand before a quiet house nestled in the woods. The trees surround it like gentle guardians. The door is unlocked. You step inside. The air is still. No one greets you. And yet, it is not empty. There is a fireplace, a favorite chair, a warm mug waiting. The walls are lined with old photographs. Some of people you miss, some of moments you've forgotten. You wander through the rooms, each one holding a piece of your story. You sit, you breathe, you listen, and slowly you realize, this house is yours. This quiet is not punishment, it is presence. This is the place where the noise fades and your own voice returns. You are not abandoned here. You are being reintroduced to your own belonging. Your solitude is not a sentence. It is a sanctuary. The old voice says, "No one notices me. I must not matter. If I disappeared, would anyone know?" These aren't exaggerations. They are heartbreak made audible, and they deserve compassion. But they are not the whole truth. The new voice says, "My pain is real, but I am not invisible to myself. There are parts of me that long for my own attention. What I need is not performance, but presence." Try saying this to yourself. I am here. I am listening. I will not abandon you. Speak it aloud, even if it feels strange. Let it echo through the corridors of your inner house, because every time you offer yourself presence, you rewrite the script of loneliness into one of return. Create a moment each day that is just for you. No agenda, no productivity, no performance, just presence. Make a cup of tea, sit in silence, watch the steam rise, let it warm your palms. This is your ritual, the cup of stillness. As you sip, ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? What part of me is longing to be seen? Can I hold space for that without needing to fix it? It doesn't need to be profound, it just needs to be yours. Because every sacred act of attention is a brick in the rebuilding of inner connection. Loneliness isn't just in the mind, it lives in the body, in the tightness of the chest, in the heaviness behind the eyes, in the tension in your jaw. The body remembers the moments we were overlooked, forgotten, unmet. So let's listen. Find a quiet space. Place a hand on your heart, another on your belly. Ask, where does my loneliness live? No judgment, no analysis, just feel. Maybe it speaks through restlessness, maybe through fatigue, maybe through a craving for sugar or noise. Instead of silencing it, stay, breathe, be with. Your body is not your enemy. It is the instrument playing the music of your unmet needs. When you listen, it softens, and slowly a new note begins to play. Companionship with your own being. Sometimes, the only way through loneliness is to give it shape, to let it speak. Not in language alone, but in expression. Pick up a pen. Draw the shape of your aloneness. Paint the color of your ache. Write a letter to the person you needed, even if they will never read it. Create not to impress, but to release. Art is not decoration. It is devotion. It is the practice of saying, what is inside me matters enough to take form. And in that act, you become both creator and companion. Loneliness begins to dissolve, not because someone else appears, but because you showed up. While loneliness begins within, healing also happens in brave, small steps outward. Reach out to one person, not with performance, but with presence. Say, hey, I've been thinking of you. Can we share a quiet moment together? I don't need advice, just connection. Not everyone will respond. That's okay. But each time you reach with sincerity, you soften the wall between you and the world. And the more grounded you are in your own self-companionship, the more your connections become rooted in truth. Not escape, not validation, but meeting. The deepest myth of loneliness is that it means something is wrong with you. But the deepest truth is, you are not broken. You are in reunion. Reunion with silence, with your body, with your story, with your breath. And yes, eventually, with others. But it begins here. This cup of stillness, this whispered affirmation, this breath rising and falling, reminding you, you are your own beloved. And from this place, you offer not neediness, but wholeness. You do not reach for others to be rescued. You reach because you are ready to meet. If this meditation met you today, share in the comments. What does your house of solitude look like? And tag someone you want to invite into a moment of shared stillness. In our next visual meditation, we will explore the alchemy of grief, loving what we lost without losing ourselves. Until then, sit gently, speak kindly, stay close, stay you.